Who is going to save your life?
No one.
That's it. You have one lifetime as you are now. You can believe in reincarnation if you like, but this lifetime is once. The question is, what will you do with it? Will you constantly surf inside your safety comfort zones, or will you actually explore what you can manage, what you can do, and what your real capacities are? So what I want us to do is to start becoming more conscious, start choosing things in a better way for ourselves, and start creating a life that's going to gear us to really take advantage of the opportunities that are going to show up for us in the years to come.
This podcast is brought to you by The Integrated Human. We work up, down, inside out to plug yourself into your potential. If you want to see what we are up to and what's next, sign up to our newsletter or follow us on social media. If you like what we are doing, we really appreciate it if you can like our post on social media and YouTube and help us grow.
All right. Welcome to the Big and Small Podcast. I'm Jason Shields and I'm big.
And I'm Marit and I'm the tiny one.
Oh, now today is really...
It's really the hot seat.
It's a hot
seat.
Yeah.
We have a heat wave.
Yes. A heat wave in Norway.
Doesn't up enough.
Ooh, it's one of those countries where you really should not invest in air conditioning, so you don't. And then you really should three weeks a year. And this is definitely in the middle of that. Oh my God.
Well, it's 3 weeks a year, every 10th year.
That's right.
So not that often. So when in doubt, buy air conditioning.
Yes. Should have invested.
Yep. And talking about doubt,
that's
today's theme.
All right, bring it.
I'm going to go right to it. We are closing up in September. Mm-hmm. And in September, we will have our Flow State Continuum weekend, which is a weekend where we basically figure out incongruency within our belief system. Jason does an amazing discovery process for us. And those incongruency often leads to us not reaching our goals in life or sickness in our body that I have had for myself. We do a lot of discovery through that process. And many of we call them alchemists that's been with us, because it's about turning whatever life throws at you into something good for yourself. It's about your framing.
Gold.
So we call them alchemists. And we've gotten a question from one of our alchemists that's been with us for a couple of times, and about doubt, because, and I can speak for that myself also, that, sometimes you start to question things. Why continue, or if you're on the right path, or have you chosen the right thing for yourself? And I think doubt is a very, very common feeling to have if one start to do something that is outside the society's hypnosis. Won't you agree?
Absolutely. And the thing is if not you, who is going to save your life?
No one.
That's it. So you have one lifetime as you are now. You can believe in reincarnation if you like, but this lifetime is once. The question is, what will you do with it? Will you constantly surf inside your safety comfort zones, or will you actually explore what you can manage, what you can do, and what your real capacities are? You have two kinds of people they talk about in society. You have the sheeple, the people who are sheep people, the sheeple who are just, buying Instagram stuff, and they're following social media, and they're basically living their lives through their mobile phones, through social media, through other people, through influencers, through highlight videos, all this. They're basically stuck on the couch and they do nothing other than just experience it through videos and other people's lives. And then you have those who are self-authoring. Now, Jordan Peterson talks a lot about his self-authoring program, which is, again, another level of taking responsibility for who you are and what you want. So as a self-authorer, not otter.
Jason's making a fun, because I can't say the author.
Oh, there it was.
Author, otter, and Arthur.
Yes, very difficult.
So we're working on a child's book at one point that's going to have an author that's off author that's called Arthur, which is an author.
Yes.
I think
It was almost there.
almost. You
Almost.
see
Yeah.
the problem.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Yeah. So, you have this self-authoring program, which is the beginning of something good, which is, okay, I'm going to set my goals. I'm going to have a daily routine and program. I'm going to have habits. I'm going to upgrade my habits. I want to buy the 7 habits of highly successful people, and I'm going to run that, right? Atomic habits. So you get yourself a self-help book, you read, you forgot everything, but maybe the one good thing that you can use, and you put it in your life. And a lot of people actually upgrade their life quite a bit like that. And that's good. Self-authoring means taking some some fucking responsibility for your life, right?
Yeah.
We do that, yes, in the integrated human. We do that. But what we do first is we help you transform. Now, only 3 to 5% of people understand. They qualify for it because they decide that they want to go for it, which is a real awakening. And then you go through a process of self-transformation. Okay? Now, this is important because you can take all of your unconscious shit that's in your subconscious. You can take all that junk that your mamas and your papas
and your teachers and your preachers
gave you, right? And you're just going to basically construct habits and routines around those things to try to get as much as you can in this life. That's self-authoring. But self-transformation comes from really making the unconscious conscious.
You would say it will be from working with what you have.
Yeah.
That's self-authoring.
Yes.
While not being limited with what you have, and they say and kind of identify where that limit is and then break through it. That is more of an awakening.
Well said. I'm going to say it's even more desperate.
Even more desperate.
Yeah.
You're calling me desperate?
No. I'm saying you're not desperate because you didn't know how desperate this was.
Oh, no, okay.
Because it's not just what you have, but it's what you can imagine, what you can see, and what you actually allow yourself to experience. Right? When you've been put in a box, in a frame, which is what your personality is, which are the constraints of your ego, which is your moral and ethical codes. I'm not saying be unethical, but I'm saying that some people don't dance because it's sinful. You're probably not one of those, right? So you understand that some people have smaller, more constricted frames than you do. Well, guess what? You also have smaller and more constricted frames than other people. Maybe when it comes to money, success, how much you should or can work,
how much money you
can make, how healthy you can be, how many friends can you be with, how happy can you be?
Mm-hmm.
You know, how yeah. Did I push a button?
Yes.
Yeah, is it right?
Trigger.
Right. So
help. Yeah.
So there are all kinds of things that belong to your moral and ethical codes that you've been given by your mothers and fathers and teachers and preachers that aren't necessarily absolutely correct. They are just correct maybe from a context that they live in, but also limited to your survival. They're there because this is how they figured out that if I give this to my kid, they'll make it to 18 so they can reproduce and then traumatize their kids.
Yeah. Yes.
So at some point, you can start to self-author. Then I suggest that you dial 1-800 Jordan Peterson. Please help me author myself.
I don't think that's the phone number.
Yeah,
Don't try. Don't try. Don't try. Don't try.
Don't try it.
Google it.
Yeah, Google it. Or you can first go through a process of actually going in and making the subconscious conscious, which Carl Jung used to say that if you refuse to make the unconscious conscious, you will suffer the trauma that comes thereafter. That you will suffer with that thing because it's the dark side, the shadow work. You know, people like to talk about that, your generational trauma. All of that is in this amazingly powerful motor, this huge field of information that is your subconscious mind. So now, because we're getting to this whole doubt thing, we're going to throw a hallelujah up here in a second.
Hallelujah.
Hallelujah. So once you have self-authored, you get a better life because you're conscious about some of the choices you're making. People
And
are
you make some sort of direction at least.
you make a
Most people don't
direction.
have any direction. You
Exactly.
at least decided you want to have that kind of job, or you want that kind of car, or you want
Exactly.
that kind of life. It's at least some sort of direction
Exactly.
instead of just the phone
Exactly.
life. Yeah.
It's just a phone life. Thank you. And then, but you get to a point in your self-authoring where you meet the edge. And why is it an edge? It's an edge because that's where the frame ends. And your subconscious mind
Can't go further.
it won't let you go further without a really freaking good reason. Because there's a reason that edge is there. That is a safety limit for your now existing consciousness. Your now self that you are authoring. But if you could change the frames you've put on yourself, you can expand yourself a bit. You can open, you can move the frame, you can break the frame in some cases. Some cases you can throw the frame away. Like maybe dancing, just my friend's not going to send you to hell because then a whole bunch of people going to hell. So, so there's so many of these things that you get a doubt, you get self-sabotage, you go unconscious, you escape, you look away.
Yeah.
Right? You look away because you do not dare, or that your subconscious doesn't want you to lose what you're gaining from not going further. So let's say that I'm a person who has taken a vacation every 3 weeks. I've had a 3-day weekend every third week all through school because I learned how to play my mom. I'm sick. I can't go to school. I'm sick. When I become an adult and I have to show up all the time and I can't take free, how am I going to handle that? Am I going to reproduce that I'm sick every third week? Am I going to readjust my frame a little bit and realize that, I'm actually not sick. I just want to break from these motherfuckers because they're assholes and I'm tired? But that's a whole other thing to figure out, right? That means
you have to look at your excuse.
You're looking at your excuse. Exactly. And that's exactly. Thank you. The excuse is the method for which your subconscious keeps you from stepping into something new, right? Newness can feel dangerous, but if you're conscious, you can decide to have newness with little or no danger because you understand why the frame is there. The new only feels dangerous because you don't understand it, right? Ever get on a roller coaster and you're just terrified, and then after you've been on a couple roller coasters, you still get excited when you're on them, but you're not going to fall out, right?
Exactly.
So that's kind of, you understand it.
I feel like you get better and better with repetitions.
Yes.
The first time you expanded, it's I would say for me, first time I ever expanded, it was like a whole hallelujah moment. And then it became a how the mighty has fallen right after, because it went from really high, feeling the dominator of the world, and then the world hit back and said, "And no, you just move your frame a little bit, honey. You're not the world dominator yet. So let's put you down a little bit." So the frame was expanded, and that felt like, I think the hallelujah, because it came because all of us, you had pushed so much on the edge that you could kind of breathe all of a sudden, but then you feel so freaking good because this world is then all of a sudden so big.
You lift the frame a little bit, of that freedom kind of sweeps in.
And you go woo, and then it turns out there wasn't moved that much. And then kind of you get buckled down again, and that can be very, very hard. It's much better with repetitions. You know that when that comes, you really enjoy it, but then you keep your toe on the ground and stay grounded because enjoy the feeling. But you still most likely have some sort of frame here, so when it comes, you kind of ready to work with that as well. It doesn't mean don't enjoy the high, but kind of understand if it's this good, it's going to be the opposite, and when it's very bad, it's going to be the opposite again also.
Exactly.
So I think that
so when you feel the freak out, a miracle's about to happen.
Exactly.
Yeah.
usually is kind of something holding for their life.
Yeah. But a lot of people will say, well, I don't, I don't want change enough to go through that shit. Well, that means that that's your frame. You're good.
Exactly. You
That's
get
it. Now you can self-author from there.
and the thing is, you will not move before your why is big enough.
Yes. And that's the thing. It has to do with moving frames, and it has to do with being able to receive discomfort. Now, you can try to be tough enough to meet the discomfort that will move your frame and remove your doubt and give you a whole new way of seeing your life and more potential and way more success and great feelings. Or you can also try to change the way you look at it. So I remember when I was hanging out with some of my dad's chiropractic buddies, and my father's a very well-known chiropractor in America, and he was very successful. And he had a lot of very successful friends, and they had a mastermind group, and they would get together and chat, and they would go to like TGI Fridays and sit and relax and talk and, just exchange ideas. And weirdly enough, not about chiropractic, just about life and philosophy and that kind of stuff. And I remember us sitting down at a table, and a guy behind us, the table behind us, was just complaining about taxes, how much taxes he was paying. And one of my dad's friends, I remember him because he had this big beard. It's like, it was like luscious. You grab it with your hand. The guy was just.
How old were you?
Yeah, oh man, I think they were like 6, 7.
Okay, then what to grab
7,
the
8.
beard.
Yeah,
Okay,
but I remember him saying this. He says, "No, Jason, I love taxes." And I knew what taxes were. He's like, and I said, "Why?" Because the more taxes you pay means the more money you
produce.
Yes. He said, "I love paying taxes."
It means I'm successful.
Because it means I'm successful. And it means that I'm also helping lots of people. I'm helping people do my taxes. I'm helping people do my chiropractic. I'm making lots of money. Everybody is happy when I'm paying taxes. So why wouldn't I love taxes? So you may think that it hurts to pay the taxes, like it hurts to change. It hurts to confront the feeling. But when I start to feel the freak out and the doubt, I always ask myself, wow, isn't this that taxes? Isn't this the what I'm paying to be able to take myself to the next level? Now, it is also a way for you to just check in with yourself to make sure that you do want to stretch the frame. Because I've wanted to do stuff that I probably shouldn't have done. In my personal development, I never regret anything because I've always grown from it. But sometimes jumping your bike over the river probably wasn't the smartest possible thing. And maybe the doubt was like, should I jump or shouldn't I jump? That's different, right? We're talking about your perception, your inner work, right?
Yeah,
and I believe that's what they were asking about, the inner work.
Because I will say also a lot of doubt for me comes from, I will say from the freak out. I don't have doubt there. It's more anxiety and fear. But then I identify the why. Again, why? And like you said in the beginning, we only have this lifetime.
Yes.
In this life.
In this life.
So how much more time I'm going to waste?
Yeah.
Because those opportunities to face it, to change it, to turn towards it, they don't come every day. That situation where you can start that turn, they do not show up every day.
Exactly.
And when the opportunity arises, I ask myself, is it worth feeling this one more day, a week, a month, a year? Or are you tired of feeling like this?
Exactly.
Are you tired of this frame? Are you ready to move it? Exactly. Is this feeling big enough for you to change it? And then always the answer is always yes. But I use that to find the courage to go.
Yes.
Doubt for me often comes if I've done something over a period and I can't myself see change. If I've worked really, really hard and I don't feel like I'm getting what I deserve back. If people around me are questioning me, and I've been called crazy so many times because we are working some crazy hours.
Yeah.
And I'm like, I'm crazy. Yes, I'm crazy. That's okay. And then I realized, yes, I'm a lunatic.
Yeah.
I'm a freaking lunatic. Working the way we are doing now with the integrated human, you're in a hip rehabilitation, so we are covering your practice. Writing a book is coming. It's really good. It's being written. But we're doing so much now.
Yes.
I'm a lunatic. So I just, instead of taking it as what to say,
you're crazy. Hell yeah.
Yeah, and
I own that shit.
Instead of taking this criticism, I understand that what I'm doing is crazy because I am pushing so far beyond what society's norm is, especially in Norway. Norway, July is like Christmas week, not day, Christmas week. And July in Norway is sacred.
It's holy.
It's holy.
Yeah.
People starve for it. And for both things. And if you do push the society's frame on it, you are crazy.
Yeah.
And I just realized, of course I am crazy because I'm pushing that limit so beyond what is normal
with work.
Exactly. and with how we work and how we do and how we look at things.
Yeah.
That I'm a goddamn lunatic.
Yeah. And that's why you're going to get crazy good results. Exactly.
So, yes, I have a lot of stuff, especially when people kind of will call you crazy or call you lunatic or question what I'm doing with integrated human and don't you get tired and wouldn't you why do you do all of this, and isn't it a lot of questions to ask yourself? And I said, ignorance is bliss. But I would have been sick and had 3 children and hated my life. And most likely divorced. And I love my life and I'm not getting divorced and I'm building a palace. So
yes,
I'm a lunatic. Thank you very much.
Yes, exactly.
But you have to remind yourself all the time. That's why a peer group like I had with you and with Sid and with Eirik and Hötker and Rani and all these lovely people, the people that come to flow state, they remind me that I'm a lunatic, but I'm not alone.
Exactly.
And they support me in my craziness.
Exactly.
And then I must let that doubt just be, and then my result will speak for itself. And let's see in 10 years where we are, and call me crazy then.
Yeah, exactly.
They're
gonna call you lucky.
Yeah.
Oh, you were lucky.
Yeah.
Don't they? They already do. They already do.
Yeah.
Oh, you're lucky. Yeah. It's easy for you. Oh yeah.
Yeah, I had one of those this week actually.
Yeah, exactly.
I'm like, oh, good damn, how much I suffered for this?
Yeah,
how much pain I went through to get here?
Exactly.
Yes, I was lucky. You see, very easy.
But it's a very good point. People in your peer group help you hold your frame, and this is one of those things. Do you love the clinic?
Yeah.
Yeah. Right.
I love this clinic. Right? It's the most beautiful clinic in the world.
It's amazing.
Show me a nicer clinic.
Yeah.
A better clinic. I dare ya. Send me a DM. I will come and visit.
Yeah, exactly. And do you love the integrated human?
Oh yeah.
Yeah, you do, right? And do you see progress in every field?
No, I would like to. Well, I do. Well, that's wrong.
Not as fast
not
as you
as
want.
fast as I want to, and that's why
progress in every field.
There is progress there, yes, and that's why that peer group is so important for me because I'm getting too laser focused, and my peer group helps me.
Yes,
remind you're progressing here, you're progressing there, because I can't necessarily always see it myself. I cannot always. Exactly. Very seldom I manage to see it myself because I'm working, chasing that big thing.
Exactly.
And then my peer group, like especially Jason here, so it saves me over and over again because it's but see here. Yeah. So when I doubt
it was like this, now it's like this. That. It was like this, now it's like this. Don't you remember this? Now it's like this.
Oh yeah, shit.
Yeah.
Shit. Oi.
Yeah, well, that's big. That's big. Because when you're changing frames and you're leveling up, sometimes it becomes so normal.
Yeah, exactly.
You're like, oh, of course it's like this. Oh shit, like 3 weeks ago,
I can't identify
a month ago.
At all.
Yeah, right? It's like a year ago, this wasn't even a thing. It wasn't a possibility. Like 5 years ago, if I told you were going to have the beautiful house that you have, you wouldn't even conceive
It
of
wasn't
that.
even a thought.
It wasn't even a thought. And now it's like, of course, that's my house.
That's my
Looks,
house.
looks like a cathedral. I love that. I fucking love that thing. Right? Yeah, I love that place.
It does look like a church.
It does. It does. It does. It's so beautiful.
But that's why that and I said yes, because I actually having issues seeing the progress.
Yes.
But my peer group says me over and over again, and the flow state weekends where we sit down together,
Exactly.
I can see how other people are leveling up.
Yeah, that's why it's important to show up with these things, because it's like you're joining the group. You're joining. You're reinitializing. You're going to the fountainhead of that energy, and you're seeing the Solfries and the Shells and the Michels and the Bibis and everybody. You're seeing the Rutgers and the Evas and the Simons and the you just see all the people who are just leveling up over and over
It's insane.
and over.
So
right?
they save my doubt.
Yeah.
So I think the doubt is healthy because it also is the one that is not comfortable to feel, but to check in with, because then I often kind of get into despair also and just say, oh my god, it's not happening. And then to have the peer group really just hold on a little bit, check here, check. Okay, you are progressing.
Exactly.
And especially when you have a lot of, like in the beginning, that wall is really tight towards you, so you don't have that much room. I also feel, when you play ping pong, if you have a very big field, it takes a little bit time maybe for that ball to hit the edge. So the more you expand, you may not feel that wall as much, but in the beginning, the ball could move.
Yeah.
So every time the ball moved half a centimeter, it hit the wall.
Yeah.
So they was so tight that.
Yeah.
Of course, you kind of had to. So you had to.
Yeah.
You get forced to expand quicker, but now you have to hold that new frame and expand. So the feeling also I felt has been, with more and more expansion, the feeling of expansion and the feeling between has also changed quite a bit.
Yeah.
Because kind of then maintaining that big field when you've been pushed so much for a time, it gets you so used to kind of every month having a new thing. So when it takes 3 months before the next new big thing,
yeah,
you kind of freak out a little bit because it took 2 months now and nothing happened.
Exactly.
But there's but it has been a lot of small micro changes through those 2 months that you maybe not realized.
Yeah, and also when the frame gets larger, then like you're saying, there's so much more distance to cover, right?
And you get more and more nuanced between those walls also. That's kind of what I've been, if I have to go in and have to check and be honest, which you should, you can feel like you're getting more and more nuance between. So the walls are expanding, but also the kind of, I don't know, the fibers between, if like the strings between are getting thinner and thinner and finer. Like we talked about it the other day. Yeah, the other day that the difference between when you expand the frame, you actually get more and more nuances. Yeah, it's not less and less. It's more and more, which is very, very fascinating.
It is. Another thing that's important, and this is a thing that I believe is the core of my teaching, and that comes from lots of years of deep dive meditation, and that is up, down, inside out. You must work up, down, inside out. So if you are going to judge your philosophies and your views and your emotions based on your outside circumstances, then you're working from the outside in. And it's not that you don't appreciate what's going on around you, because you're meeting the universe. Okay. You're meeting your world. You're meeting your task. But let me put it this way. Would you rather, and this is something you all should really think about, would you rather get $10 million in your hands, or I could bless you and you could work with something that you're completely 100% in love with every single day, that's 100% in tune with who you are as a person, and get paid for it, which one would you choose?
2.
Exactly. Every awakened person picks 2, no question.
Having a reason, wake up for something, money can't buy that.
And you're so busy doing it, I guarantee you, you will be rich. Because let's say,
passion is everything.
Passion is everything. Love is everything. Digging that shit is everything. Now, if you said, "Well, I'll give me the $10 million,"
then stop listening to this podcast. It's not for you.
Yeah, I'll tell you one thing. If you said that, you either haven't really understood what it means to get that money, or you're just playing a joke on yourself. Because over 90% of people who get a lottery reward, regardless of size, are more broke in 5 years than they were before they got it. And they have social issues, psychological issues, emotional issues.
And the family is wrecked.
And the family's wrecked, and everybody hates you. And why? Because they are not millionaires. They didn't establish the environment, the micro environments and the habits of a person who has that kind of money. So having that money 5 years later, more than 90% of y'all are broke anyway. But I guarantee you, if you're totally in love and passionate with what you're doing, whether it's cleaning houses, or if it's painting pictures, or it's painting houses, or it's doing chiropractic, or it's making podcasts, or whatever, you will level up over time because you freaking love that thing and you just want to pull all the juice out of it possible. And if you're getting paid for it, I guarantee you're going to do it so much, you don't have time to spend money. Yeah, but I want to have some money to spend. You'll have all the money you want.
I don't have time.
You're not going to make this story. You're too busy just digging your life. You're too busy because you're not pacifying your inner panic and addictions.
Sorry, it was perfect. You got balloons on that one.
Oh, amazing. Yeah, you know, pacifies your inner incongruencies, lack of contact, and addictions by buying stuff, which is what most people are doing on Temu and late night TV and freaking Instagram, Insta ads, and whatever the other crap that's going on. People just want something and they don't know what they want. They're hollow. It's because they haven't filled the channel from up, down, inside out. Now, if you want to learn how to do that, show up the flow states. That's where that happens consistently. Everybody that we've had there have leveled themselves up. They get paid more at work. They change their jobs. They level themselves up in their own relationships. It's
so nice
awesome
to see people changing bad patterns.
Yeah, that's it.
I know people that this summer, like again, July, sacred in Norway, people that usually kind of need, when very common, we work with chiropractic, and a lot of people get headaches right before vacation. So they kind of need they have a sick leave before vacation, for instance.
Yeah.
It's really common. The common pattern a lot of people have, or at the end of vacation, their back blows out because they need a vacation after their vacation to recover from their vacation.
Exactly.
But I know, and I know some people that attended Last Flow State that have had this pattern, and they've seen it now, and they refused to back into that. So they did stuff. So instead of getting the sick leave when their bosses kind of, because were pushing them before a vacation, they said that we have to wait until after the vacation because I don't have time for it.
I'm smacked.
You pay me for 37.5 hours.
Yeah.
Those are already taken.
Yeah.
This have to wait.
Yeah.
Well, before they would just take on more, and well, because everybody needs to get everything done before vacation.
And then they would actually decide they didn't really want to do it somewhere subconsciously,
Exactly.
and they would get their sick leave.
But now they've been delegating. Yeah. They've been saying no.
Exactly.
They've been saying no to going to parties because that getting drunk every weekend is not something. It doesn't do me good for my health. It wrecks my Monday. I choose not to. Exactly. I choose something different.
Exactly.
And just that changing people is so inspiring to see.
Powerful.
It's super powerful, and
Yeah.
you will say it's small changes, but the life
Mhm.
quality increases big time.
Exponentially.
And the vacation also gets a
Exactly.
lot better because they're not sick in going into vacation, and they don't have like because you also then left with what's it called? Well, embarrassment, you feel judged because you kind of knew that you were making yourself sick before vacation,
that's
and then you
exactly
kind
it.
of can't
Yeah.
have
Because
nice
it's not
vacation.
pretending to be sick.
No, you
just
are.
know that if I push myself this much, I'm going to break.
Exactly.
It's like knowing that if I don't go to the bathroom over time
You're
and
gonna
I
have an
try to
issue.
hold it, I can hold it for a while, but at some point,
Yeah,
it's going to be an issue. Yeah.
So seeing this transformation, people are awakening, seeing that they
Mhm.
can choose something different,
That's right.
seeing that they have patterns. Like we say, if something happens 3 times, look at it. So if you have
Yes.
3 vacations in a row where you're going to sick leave, ask yourself why. If you
And 3 in a row that you're sick going into your vacation, that you maybe manage everything at work, but then when you get to your vacation, then you get sick.
have a look at that, is really a big clue.
Exactly.
So
Well, we're taught that we don't have any control over that stuff, Marit.
no. I know that's a totally different podcast.
Exactly.
What's it called? Guilty.
Everybody is.
Yelled at Jason a couple of times for that one. But that was, for me, that was one of the pivot points when I understood. You showed me, now this has happened 3 times.
Yeah. This is a pattern.
This is a pattern.
Yeah.
And I couldn't hide from it anymore, basically. Yeah. I could justify it. I could have my reasons for it. I had so many justifiable excuses. But the pattern's the pattern.
Yeah, exactly.
And then understanding that, yes, you can actually do something with it. You can change the frame.
Exactly. One of the things that I remember, I learned this thing, this whole looking for patterns thing. Because I saw that people are who people are because they do what they do. We have our habits and our patterns. We have our structures, right? And
but to understand what you just said,
it's so difficult. It is so difficult.
I think it took me 5 years.
Yeah,
to really not intellectually understand it, but understand it. Like,
yeah,
I agree 100%.
Yeah. Well, today, think about this. I'm a 3-time world champion in jiu-jitsu. I've brought up amazing athletes like yourself and Rutger and Eva and all kinds of, we have a whole bunch of medals from Europeans and worlds and all kinds of stuff, right? So it's not like a lack of understanding of jiu-jitsu. And I bought every DVD. I traveled. I met the masters. I fought everybody, right? Today, watching you give a class, I realized exactly why one of the techniques in jiu-jitsu is created. I understood that must be created because I saw one of our other black belts give a white belt a reaction during a drilling. And I'm like, oh. And I thought, well, how would I beat that reaction? And I'm like, oh, I do this. And I'm like, oh, well, yeah, but why would I do that? Yeah, I would pass. Why would I do it? Oh, then suddenly the structure kind of fell together. So like you're saying, it took 5 years. You can understand the words, but to really internalize it. I've taught the technique 1,000 times. I've warmed up with that technique 1,000, but now I really structurally
kind of becomes integrated.
It integrates, suddenly falls in. It integrates.
Great. So when you said kind of people get the result that people get because they do what they do.
Because they are who they are. Exactly.
When you understand that, it's a mind fuck. That changed my perspective towards others. My empathy, I think, grew tenfold. My judgment towards myself and others, disappeared almost. I evaluate instead of judge now because of that. Because I understand that people, they can't do anything else because it's impossible for them to do anything else, because then they would have to choose something else, which means that they have to be someone else.
Exactly.
And that is growing.
Yes.
And that's why we get growing pains.
Exactly.
Because you're growing into something that doesn't exist in your frame. Yeah.
Yet. #doubt.
I took that. Ouch.
Woo! Snappers. Yep. I remember talking. I remember talking to my
sound effect.
Yes. Yeah.
Hallelujah. Was this hallelujah?
Yeah.
Hallelujah.
So I remember, talking to my dad, and he's super duper smart. He's like,
He's smart.
yeah.
He's smart.
He's smart. His IQ's like it's higher than Einstein's, or
Yeah,
like
it's
right,
insane.
it's like 168 or 169 or something ridiculous. Doesn't mean he doesn't have issues, because being smart's not everything.
Nope.
Love you, Dad. Yeah. Yeah. Just so you guys know, he was the guy who held my head when I was crying through my homework all of those years. So
we love you, Tom. We love you, Tom.
He saved me. He saved me so many times. But I never beat him in Trivial Pursuit. That always pissed me off. Yeah. Anyways, but he was upset with one of my cousins, and I just said, yeah, but if you were her, you would have done the same thing. If I was her, I would have acted completely different. And I said, no, because then you would be you being her. But she's her. Doing her. And she's never done anything else and doesn't know anything else, can't see anything else, can't feel anything else, could never even have thought of doing anything else. It's impossible. And he sat down and thought about it, and he goes, yeah, actually, you're right. Like, coming from where she comes from, there is literally no other way that she could handle that. Because the consequences in her old world where she were so heavy for telling the truth that she could never have thought that it was okay to tell the truth when she was with people who tolerate it.
Exactly.
So that was an interesting, that was when I understood, like, it came to me, bam.
For me, it was when you had a knife to my hand at Crèvre.
Oh, yeah. Oh, you got to tell the story. You can't leave it like this.
No, we're going to leave it like that.
Yeah.
No.
You did what?
No, Jason was teaching me the emotions.
Yeah.
And kind of the feeling, and when someone has a knife to your hand, if you don't have it, if you watch this on, what's it called, YouTube, see I'm having my hand and they had like a knife kind of here, and it was kind of just holding it.
Yeah.
And you
there was no
pressure, just kind of so you feel the tip, and we held it there for a very long time, and you kind of could, of course, I'm starting to get annoyed and angry and frustrated, and then like, do you have emotions now? Do you feel them? Like, fuck, shit, yeah. That was the time. Well, I also understood. That's why it's burned into my memory, because the lesson was about that emotion can arrive and that you can feel them come up.
Yes.
So of course I trusted you with my hand and a knife to it.
Yeah.
We were sitting in a cafe,
yeah.
so people could see this knife.
Yes.
On my hand, and it was just really fascinating to feel that emotion build up.
Yes.
And then also the transition from ha, this is funny. This is what the fuck you're doing.
Yeah.
Angry, frustrated.
Yeah.
Okay, can you just cut it?
I wasn't giving the hand back.
No, it was sitting there for a long time. Like,
yeah,
can you just
looking and then being embarrassed?
Can you just, if you're gonna do something, just puncture the skin, like just do it. So it's kind of feel that, and that, because I think also one of the reasons why I remember this lesson so well is because of that emotional intensity, right? Mm-hmm. And that was that lesson I learned about emotions and how you could feel them actually going through a process of, again, furious, angry, embarrassment, and that people are who they are because they do what they do, and usually they can't do anything different.
Exactly.
Then they have to change.
They have to become aware. And that's where the self-transformation actually begins.
Exactly.
So don't give up if you have doubts. Understand that you're hitting a barrier. And if what your goals and your process, if they are aligned with your universal awareness, your worldview, your personal philosophy, your roles, your emotions are all lined up, understand that it's going to be right for you, because you would rather be totally in love with the things that you're doing and learn how to get paid for it than try to instantly have some outward symbol of success. because there are a lot of expensive cars on blocks because people couldn't afford to pay for the gas.
Yes.
I just want my Mercedes-Benz.
Yes.
Well, here it is. Well, you can't afford to drive it.
Yeah. And then look how far you already come.
Exactly.
To have that journal where you see the obstacles you had, that you didn't work out before and you work out now, that's a win. If you couldn't have conversations before, but you can now, that's a win.
Yes.
If you manage to stop your anger sometimes now, that's a win.
Yes.
If there's so many things everywhere. If you chose not to go to that party, that's a win. If you chose to go to the party,
yes,
that's also a win for someone.
Yeah.
If you chose to dance, that's a win. If you chose not to dance, maybe that's a win.
Yes.
So look at all the small things that actually have changed this far. It's going to be worth it.
Yeah, it's going to be worth it. So remember, you matter. Unless you multiply yourself by the speed of light squared, then you're energy. But if you can't be energy, matter.
Thank you for listening to our podcast. We hope you felt we added something to your day and hopefully your life. If you want to learn more, subscribe to our newsletter and find us at integrated-human.com. That is integrated-human.com. Integrated Human on YouTube and other social media platforms. Have a great day and thank you again for listening. Love, light, and upgrade from us at the Integrated Human team.